Ooh, what's going on, guys, gals, non-binary pals? It's your boy Artisan Kane here, and we are doing our week 9 of TPL Season 2 game against the Lionheart Luxrays. If you haven't already seen our team build video, link will be in the description so you can kind of get my thought process on what we brought and the reasons for it. So with that, let's see here. Here it is. Basically, plan is to get Hail up, hopefully with the Aurora Veil, and put Sandslash in a position to do some damage. If that doesn't work out, we have Hydreigon to kind of Dynamax sweep also, and obviously we have Dracovish there doing what Dracovish does. So it's always nice to have a threat like that in the back, even if it's not the focal point of what we want to do. Just having that threat there means the opponent has to prepare for it. Okay, so we've got here Lurantis, Sigilyph, Boltund, Alchemy, Centiskorch, and Wartortle. So he did leave Cubone, kind of as we expected. Not too shocking by any means. Centiskorch does a little bit more for him. It's a little bit bulkier. So we're going to go ahead and lead with Arcanine here. I'm kind of anticipating a Boltund lead. Boltund does a decent... it has a lot of good matchups against this team, especially since it has access to Play Rough. And my team with the Double Dragon doesn't really like Fairy. So we'll put Arcanine in. If we see something we like, we can always just hit. And if we'd like, we can always, switch out and start pivoting around, see what we want to do. So let's get into it here. Good luck to my buddy here of the Lionheart Luxrays. Like I said in the team build preview, he defeated us last season, so this is kind of a revenge game for us. We definitely need to pick up this W here. So he's actually going Lurantis. Oh, that's no good. Intimidate's gonna activate Contrary, isn't it? And that's not good. But we definitely threaten it with the Flare Blitz. It's definitely not going to want to stay in. So even though its attack is boosted, it's definitely going to be slower than us. So he needs to get out. I'm just going to put Flare Blitz in case for whatever reason he decides to stay in. If his Fire Resist comes in, then it's not a big deal. Either Centiskorch, which has like, I think, does it have Flame Body? Or what's that other one? The Fire... maybe that wasn't great. Yeah, because if that has like Flash Fire... That Flash Fire, that's the one. Okay, so he actually goes into Wartortle. That's fine. Wartortle's still going to take a good chunk. We can see if it's a Violite or not. So that did less than half, so it's definitely a Violite. Which is good, because that means if it can't be White Herb. So if it decides to Shell Smash here, Tentacruel is still going to be able to do some decent work. If it Shell Smashes, its defenses are going to be dropped, and the White Herb won't be able to... and there's not a White Herb, so it won't be able to bring its defenses back to normal. So what we're going to do here is... we can take whatever it's going to hit us with, whether it's a Surf, Liquidation, Ice Beam, Blizzard, Flash Cannon. Actually, I don't even know if it gets Flash Cannon until it turns into Blastoise, but we're just going to knock off here, get rid of that Violite. That way we can hit it back with Poison Jab on the next turn. And this should do a decent chunk since its defenses are dropped also. Okay, so Ice Beam. So we're going to resist that. We're going to take that really well. Just hope for no freezes. Okay, there we go. Knock off. We'll do a nice little chunk there. Get rid of the Violite. So this next move should definitely get rid of it. It's still going to be faster than us, so Ice Beam, okay. Again, it really doesn't have enough to hit us, so that's perfect. We can take those. No freeze, no freeze. Okay, perfect. Poison Jab. And should be, yeah. So that's it, we can knock it out. So perfect. Tentacruel does exactly what Tentacruel was made to do in this matchup. The AV that I brought on it was specifically for this Wartortle. I did not want it shell smashing and doing a whole bunch of damage to us. But of course, that welcomes an Boltund. We don't like this Boltund. We're gonna go back into Arcanine. We should be able to take a Thunderfang decently. If he decides to do something else, we'll kind of just play around that. But I mean, if it's like Life Orb or Choice Banded with that strong jaw boost, it's just gonna make Thunderfang hit really hard. So we'll see how we take this. Intimidate is nice too because we can reduce that attack. Thunderfang. So that does a decent chunk, and it's even after the attack drop because of the Life Orb boost. So what we can do is we'll actually get off, I think, an E-Speed. E-Speed should probably do about half, if I remember the calcs right. Okay, so that does a shitload. That's gotta have like no bulk at all. Oh, we get crit, of course we do. But that Life Orb chip is nice. So Boltund is basically just a sack at this point. Whatever he brings it in on, won't be able to do much. Obviously it's very fast, so it can always be in a position to revenge kill or something like that later in the game. We gotta keep that in mind. Switch down Scorch. I think same thing, we kind of just click extreme speed, do, you know, 40-50% maybe. If it's a very bulky variant, then this is not going to do much at all, but we'll see here. Actually, it's just not great. If he decides to like coil up in our face, we won't be able to do too much. So it does a little less than half, maybe 45 or so. If it just goes for Leaf Strike, that's fine. That's going to knock us out, but he's not really gaining much HP off of that anyways. This is a free Dracovish switch in. He doesn't really have a switch in, so we can just click the broken move and get a free kill. Really no reason to overthink it. Like I said, if he would have gone for a Quail or something, we'd probably be in a different position. So let's see here. I mean, he could either leave Scorch in to die, or he can bring something else in to basically die. Okay, so it goes out, unless it's Alchemy. Okay, so Boltund, so he just sacks off Boltund. That's great. But yeah, this kind of does welcome in Alchemy. If it's a, like I said, if it's a bulky variant of Alchemy, we don't do enough to really threaten it. I think maybe like 3-hit KO with Vicious Rend. Lurantis. So Lurantis also, I anticipate him running a bulky variant. It's probably the only reason why he would bring it in here, because he resists the water. So again, that's probably another mod that'll only be like a 3-hit KO. So we are going to GTFO. I kind of want to bring in Hydreigon, but I don't think we'll take a superpower very well. So let's go into Vanillix. Obviously Vanillix doesn't take, so we get the hail up. Vanillix isn't going to really be taking the okay, so this is I was kind of hoping it was a Leaf Storm, so superpower really sucks. But Vanillix kind of puts him in a position where he has to switch out or die. Blizzard is kind of free here. I want to get Veil up, but I think the offensive pressure of Blizzard is going to kind of force him to switch. Either way, I'm going to get a free Blizzard off. Either we get Lurantis here or we do big damage on something that comes in. So Scorch comes in. So it's going to do a good chunk to it. That crit is really nice. Wow, that crit's actually brutal, because I think I can get a free Veil off, because I'm going to outspeed, and then Hail Chip should be able to kill it. So that crit, yeah, that crit was pretty important for us. Okay, so there's our free veil, which is nice because of the icy rock. We were able to get up hail for a little bit longer. Okay, so Vanessa goes down. That's fine. Vanessa did its job. Got the hail up. Got the veil going. The hail going. Hail chip is able to KO Centiskorch. Beautiful. And now we can bring in Sand Splash basically for free. Only thing, I'm trying to think what's left on his team. So he's still saved Lurantis. Alchemy we haven't seen yet. Sigalith. I think that's it, right? 3 months left. So yeah, I think Sand Slash is in a pretty good position here. We should have plenty of turns of hail and veil to be able to sweep here. So obviously he is thinking a lot. He's probably understanding the position he's in, but in all honesty, right now it's still what, 3-2, so it's nothing crazy. So we are going to Dynamax here, get off a Hailstorm, and do some massive damage. This should, if he stays in with Lurantis, it dies. If Alchemy comes in, it does a chunk, and then we can kill with Max Steel Spike. So yeah, these dual stabs of Ice and Steel are really good against his team. If I'm not mistaken, it does like super effective to just about all his team, except like War Turtle and Blastoise. So when you have those kind of weaknesses, it's something that you can see in the prep phase, and that's why we wanted to definitely take advantage of Sand Slash this week. So here we go with Sand Slash. Let's rack up some kills. I haven't used Sand Slash before, so this is his premiere, and oh, it's actually a female. I'm sorry. This is her premiere. Get it, girl. Let's go. Let's start racking up these kills. There we go. Lurantis doesn't have a chance. You take that little bit of Life Orb chip, that's all good. Sigalith isn't going to want anything to do with that Hailstorm either. And Alchemy, you know, we're part Steel, so Alchemy can have, what, Draining Kiss, Dazzling Gleam to try to hit us, but we're going to eat those up. I think we're forcing a Dynamax at this point, kind of emergency button type deal. But like I said, I mean, there's really not much Alchemy can do. I know it has access to Mystical Fire, but even so, I don't think it'll be enough to open. So 2 Steel Spikes should be enough. I don't think 1 will be enough. Bulky, especially if he's going to start using the finale. Okay, so he actually guards. Okay, so, you know, trying to waste up the Dynamax, that makes sense. Probably anticipated the Steel Spike. I don't blame him for that. So it is lefties. So that's a little bit more bulk. It's to be expected with him on like Alchemy. But we're just going to get another Steel Spike off here. Really no reason to click anything else. Try double guarding or anything like that, he's going to get some damage. So that does a massive chunk. Finale. Okay, so after this, he's going to have quite a bit of HP back. Even after being in the red, he's going to be... Okay, so yeah, it's quite a bit. Plus the lefties, well, I guess the lefties basically just undoes the hail stuff. So we're no longer Dynamax. Iron Head should still be enough. I think even a Dynamax Alchemy that's max defensive at this point, an Iron Head still does like 40%, something like that. So we still have 1 more turn of Veil, even if it does max Flare. It shouldn't be able to survive this anyhow. There we go. So that's a knockout on Alchemy. Basically all he's got left is Sand Slash. And if something does happen, we can. Okay, so Veil's gone, but we still have Hail up. Even if something does happen, we're in a really good position right here. So we can just triple axle, and if we get 2 or hopefully at least 2, that's a nice chunk. Ooh, weakness policy. Okay, so we definitely want this next one to hit. Please hit, please hit, please hit. Boom, that should be enough. Yep, should go fast. Awesome. So Sand Slash Sweep, perfect. That's what we want to see. Like I said, we kind of have just Dracovish sitting in the back. I know I have that mod on my team. I know it's brainless and I can just click that same move over and over again. But what's the fun in that? We want to get some other mods in. We want to use some cool stuff. Props to the Lionheart Luxrays. They played a great game. And I'm really excited to continue on with the season. Thanks, y'all.